Oh my gosh, hello guys! Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing something that I've been putting off for a long time. So spend some quality time with me. This was a really bad angle. And let's go over my anime collection, shall we? So we have the first shelf here with all of my anime glory. I just finished putting everything on it last night, all the figures and everything. So let's go over this first shelf. So first on the top here I have my Baby Groot figure and a patch from Galaxy Quest, one of my favorite movies. And then we also have my Deadpool, Funko Pop, and my Nendoroids of Yuri and Victor, of course. They're my favorites. Over here I just have a present from a friend, this little Scrabble thing. That's an inside joke for my friend. And then we have, let's see, Power Rangers, Billy, because he's my favorite. So I have two figures of him because you can't have enough Blue Ranger. I love the Blue Ranger so much. Then we have my other Nendoroid, Kojaku from Dramatical Murder, one of my favorite trash shows. And then Eren Yeager, a Tamashii buddy of him. And then finally some actual anime. I have Ghost Slayer's Ayashi, which it just kind of sits on the shelf. It just kind of sits there, unwatched, because I haven't touched it yet, and I always forget I have it. So moving down to the actual anime shelf, in front here I have a Supernatural car, the car that the boys drive, or rather Dean drives. And then we have some Funko Pops here, which I'll go over in a second. But in the back here we have 5 centimeters per second, which I still haven't seen. And then one of my favorite anime series, Akame ga Kill. I love that. That was one of my favorites from last year. I have AKB 0048, Akira, The Ambition of Oda Nobunaga, and Yet the Town Moves, which I still haven't finished. I wasn't too impressed with the first episode, so I never got into it, but I'll give it another shot later. Angel Beats and Another are two of my favorite shows. I love those so much. Let's see, we have Attack on Titan. All of the seasons that are out so far, I still have only seen season 1. I'm kind of waiting until season 3 comes out, and then I'm just gonna watch the whole thing. But yeah, I don't like waiting for stuff, so I'm just gonna do that. And then we have my little Attack on Titan figures. I have Eren in Titan form and a Funko Pop, and then also Levi, a little baby Levi. So I'm gonna move those over. We have Azumanga Daioh and Baccano, which is one of my favorite series. Baka and Test, the complete series, seasons 1 and 2. Love that show as well. Bento, Beyond the Boundary, the movies. I also have Big Wind-Up behind Grell. Let's move him. Big Wind-Up, which is one of my absolute favorite anime of all time. It's one of my favorites. Possibly my favorite sports anime. I adore it. Up here, just before I forget about it, I have 91 Days, the complete series. I was going to integrate that into my shelf, and then I got lazy and never did it, so it's just sitting there for now. We have Biohunter, which is a really old OVA that I really like. If you like monster movies, you probably like that one. It's a really interesting kind of like Super Sentai-ish monster battle anime. It's weird, but it's good. And then we have Black Bullet, which is one of my favorite anime. I love that series. I wish there was a season 2. That would be awesome, but there isn't. Then behind my Black Butler Funko Pops, I have the complete first, second, and third seasons, and the OVA from the third season, Book of Murder. So I'm only missing the Book of Atlantic movie, which comes out in like a few weeks, I think, or next month, possibly in June. I have the OVA of Black Lagoon. I don't have the series anymore. Or if I do, no, I do, it's just somewhere else. I haven't bought the Blu-rays yet, I'm waiting to buy those. We have Bleach the movie, the first movie. I love that movie. I need to rebuy Bleach. I want to buy the Blu-rays because I do really like that show. And then we have Blood Blockade Battlefront and Blood Sea. Those are... Well, I haven't seen Blood Blockade Battlefront, but I do like Blood Sea. I have Blood Rain, Curse of the Yoma. That's an anime movie. Book of Bantora. Haven't seen that yet. The Boy and the Beast is really good. If you're looking for a good anime film, I would highly recommend that one. We have Brothers Conflict, which is a really interesting harem show, let's just say that. And then Batum, which is a really great show that needs a second season, and it will never get one. Over in the corner there, I have Bloody Complex. That would be an awesome show. Buddy Complex, that's a mecha show I haven't seen yet. We have Kanan, Castle in the Sky, and the Castle... Okay, hold on. You're in the way, Jet. Castle in the Sky and Castle of Cagliostro, and The Cat Returns. So those are some of my Ghibli films that just kind of fit together, funnily enough. Funnily is not a word, but whatever. I have Sarah's Celestial Legend, which I haven't watched yet. Chaos had the complete series, and Children Who Chase Lost Voices. I have Chivalry of a Failed Knight, which is a show I really like, actually. That one surprised me. I need to finish it still, but I do really like it. Chobits is really good as well, as is Chrono Crusade, another one I need to finish, but I do like that one. And then Codebreaker, another really fabulous show. I love that show. Again, needs a second season, will never get one. I have Colorful the Movie, one of my absolute favorite films. This one has a really special place in my heart because it discusses some really heavy topics about depression and suicide, and that just hits home really well with me, so I adore this movie. If you haven't seen it yet, please watch it. It's beautiful, it's sad, it's horrible, but amazing. I just love it. Okay, now I have Cowboy Bebop, the series and the movie, and there's my Spike, Ed, and Jet Funko Pops that go with it. They're kind of out of order now because I've been trying to move them. Behind not Cowboy Bebop. Behind Spike's hair is Cuticle Detective Inaba. That's a show I need to watch. And then Cyber City, the complete series. I really want the complete, set of that. These are the old DVDs from US Manga Corps. So I bought them really cheap, and I thought they were, out of print and hard to find. Turns out they have a complete collection released that's, even cheaper than what I paid for those. So that's awesome. This is the Daichis. This is one of my favorite little shows. This is a very underrated superhero family comedy. Really, really good show. I really liked that one. Nobody knows about it, though. I have The Daily Lives of High School Boys and Dance with Devils, Dance with Devils is so freaking good. You gotta watch that. It's the anime musical, and it's fabulous. Behind my light Funko Pop, we have Dead Man Wonderland and Death Parade. Really great shows. I really like both of those. Descendants of Darkness is one of the first yaoi shows I ever watched. Sort of yaoi. It's a light yaoi show, Shonen Ai, kind of, if you want to say that. I have Desert Punk, which I never really got into, but I do want to give it another shot. I've heard it's really funny, but the humor didn't really work for me in episode 1, so we'll see. I don't know. I'll try to rewatch it. I have Detroit Metal City, which I've heard is hilarious. Devil is a Part-Timer is one of my favorite shows. Absolutely amazing. And then we have Devil Survivor 2, another favorite show of mine. That one's really underrated. I thought it was really, really good. A really good video game adaptation. Talks about philosophy and life in some really interesting ways, and I really like it. And then we have Diabolic Lovers, which is my trash show that I love and am unashamed to love it. And we need a season 3 because it's awesome and horrible, but horrible in the best way. And then we have my Digimon collection. I have seasons 1 and 2, and then the three Digimon Tri-movies. I'm one movie behind. I haven't gotten Lost yet because I saw it in theaters and I wasn't too impressed with it, but I'll buy it anyway because I love Digimon. And up here, before I forget about it, another one that I haven't integrated into the shelf yet, Danganronpa, the complete series, the animation. I love this show. This one's really, really fun. And it also has a very shiny, pretty pink box that I just love. And look at that bear. That bear is insane. Don't let him fool you, kids. We have Disgaea, and then my trash show, Dramatical Murder. Again, total trash. It's not great, but I love it. And then we have Durarara, the complete series, limited edition from Aniplex. That cost $1 million, but it's totally worth it. And I also got this one signed by the voice of Ryogamine, Daryl Gilbo, signed that at Anime Oasis, so that was really cool. He's a really nice guy. I also have the first Digimon Tri-movie signed by Charmilay, and the second one signed by Jeff Nimoy, so that's really cool. And then I also forgot to mention my Attack on Titan Season 1 is signed by Bryce Papenbrook and also Mika Kobayashi, who does music for the series, so that's really cool. I love getting stuff signed by voice actors and such, so those are some of my signed stuff. Moving back to the anime, I just got totally distracted by that. I have Dusk Maiden of Amnesia, which is a really good ghost show. It kind of has a really stupid ending, but I still really like it. I think it's worth watching. And then F A Tale of Memories, which is one of my favorite shows. Then right here I have F A Tale of Melodies, the second season, and then Elfen Lied. I have Escaflowne and Eureka 7, which I still need to finish. Fafnir is one of my favorite shows. If you haven't watched Fafnir yet, please do. It's super cheap. You can buy it on Blu-ray for like $15. It's so good and so underrated. Let's see, Flowers of Evil is really good, as is Flying Witch and Food Wars. I really like both of those. From the New World is one of my favorite shows. Highly recommend that one if you haven't seen it yet. Fruits Basket is another good one, and then I have Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, another really good show. I do like that a lot. Fullmetal Panic seasons 2 and 3 and 1, Fumofu and the second raid. I don't know how to describe it. 2 and 3, I guess, technically. Galaxy Angel is freaking amazing. It's hilarious. If you haven't seen it yet, you totally should. I have Garaga, which is a really good, like, Planet of the Apes parody. It's really, really great. Basically Planet of the Apes in anime form. We have Gatchaman Crowds, which was pretty good. It wasn't my favorite, though. And then Gate, which is a really good series I still need to finish. Get Backers, and then my Ghost in the Shell, tiny Ghost in the Shell collection. I really like those as well. I haven't finished, the anime series, though, so that one wasn't too impressive to me, I guess, because I still haven't watched it yet. Haven't finished that one. Ghost Hound was kind of disappointing, I'll be honest. I'm sorry you can't really see it behind my figure. Yeah, Ghost Hound was just kind of disappointing to me. Like, it was a really good psychological horror anime, if you could call it that, but then it just kind of dropped off at the end and became a really stupid ending. I don't like the ending at all. Then we have Ghost Hunt, which is my favorite, like, well, maybe not my favorite Ghost anime, because the other one right next to it, Ghost Stories, is possibly my favorite. I adore that show. It's basically Scooby-Doo in anime form. The twist is that the voice actors got to redub it, or dub it any way they wanted to, so they made it like an anime South Park, and it's hilarious. So if you haven't watched Ghost Stories, please do. It's so freaking funny. The Girl Who Leapt Through Time is one of my favorite movies. I adore that one. Golden Boy wasn't too impressive to me. I need to try to watch it again. I tried watching it and I just didn't get into it. I don't know what it was. The humor just wasn't for me. But I'll try it again, we'll see. Golden Time is a really great romance anime. I really like that one. And Go-Go 13 is a really good, like, action story. If you like guns blazing and assassins, you'll like that one. That's good. Great Teacher Onizuka is one of the funniest shows I've ever seen. That's a really hilarious show. Really, really fun. I need to finish watching it, though. Green Green is an anime that everyone hates, but I actually kind of like. And I'm not ashamed to say that. I think it's pretty good. I like the romance between the two main characters. I like how they get together. I don't know. It's just interesting to me. I really liked it. I'm weird. I don't care. Green Legend Ron I haven't seen yet. Guilty Crown I also haven't seen. And then we have my Gundam collection, or the start of it. As you can see, I have some Gundam figures in the front of 00. I have Tieria in his little baby dress. Oh my god, I just realized I should put that next to my other figure. I should do that. And then we have Lock-On, a teeny tiny little Lock-On, so I put them together because I love them together. And then there's my Setsuna figure as well, so Gundam 00 Season 1 is behind that, and the first part of G Gundam. And then back there, I have the second season and the movie of Gundam 00 behind my Alleluia and Mr. Bushido. I forgot his name. Graham Acre. Holy moly. I have been filming for too long. Then we have Gundam Seed, which is one of my favorite shows. I love that show. And Gundam Seed Destiny, which I actually also really liked. It's not the greatest, but I did like it a lot. I think I like it more than most people. And then Gundam Wing, the complete series, and Endless Waltz, which Tieria is blocking because Tieria is just a babe. And she is so fierce in those heels. Those heels, man. Those freaking heels. Look at her leg. Holy crap. His leg. It's confusing. Anyway, Next in my Gundam collection is the complete first season of Iron-Blooded Orphans. I love this show. I can't wait for season 2 to come out. It needs to come out soon because it is just a really, really great Gundam series, and I want to find out more about it and watch the whole thing. Then we have my UC Gundam franchise. I have the Gundam movie trilogy, Mobile Suit Gundam. I have Mobile Suit Gundam 0080, the 8th MS Team, Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt, which is so good. I love that movie. Can't wait for the next one to come out. And then we have 0083, War in the Pocket. Or not War in the Pocket. Is that War in the Pocket? No, that's Stardust Memory. Sorry, I'm thinking of the 0080. I don't know what I'm doing. My brain is fried. Then we have the Zeta Gundam movies and the Mobile Suit Gundam movie Charles Counterattack, and then also Gundam F91, which I would say is the first movie you should watch if you're trying to get into Gundam. It's like its own complete story, and I think if you watch it and you like it, then you should get into some other Gundam series. But I also recommend Gundam The Origin as well, so one of those two will be a good starting point for you. And then we have Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn, the complete OVA collection, so I still need to watch that because I haven't finished Zeta Gundam because Zeta Gundam is not my favorite. And then finally I have Turn A Gundam, the complete series on DVD, both parts of that, so that is my entire Gundam collection right there. I need to get more, I'm missing a few, but I like where it is right now. I like what I have. Before we move on, I just want to show you my awesome Athrin Zala and Luna Maria Hawk figures. These are 1/8 scale. I think actually she's a 1/7, but these are both she's not 1/7, she's 1/8 too, or 1/6. I forget what, she's smaller. Anyway, I really like these figures, and I'm really happy to have these, especially Athrin, because he's one of my favorite Gundam pilots of all time. I just love him. He's beautiful. Just beautiful. Next up I have Gungrave, the complete series, which is a really great show if you haven't watched it yet. It's so good. Gurren Lagann's really good as well. I have that signed by Kyle Hebert, who plays Kamina, so that's pretty awesome. I have Guyver, the complete series. Ooh, and the first season of Haikyuu. I love Haikyuu. That's probably my second favorite sports anime that I own. I just adore it. It's so good. It reminds me of Big Wind-Up in a lot of ways, and that makes me super happy. I have Hakken 8 Dogs of the East, the complete series. Hakuoki, I have seasons 1 and 3. And then the Howl movie, that's okay. It's not great. Then we have Hamtaro volumes 1 through 4 of the series. We need this on DVD. Can someone please re-release it? Because I love Hamtaro. I think it's super cute and fun. And I want to watch all of the episodes that they dubbed. They dubbed like 70 episodes. So, Shout Factory, a Discotheque, somebody license it again. I love it. I want to watch it. And then Volume 4 is signed by Michael Coleman, who I met at Anime Oasis. He's a pretty cool guy. He plays Stan. I love Stan. Is he on the cover? I think he's on the spine there. Yep, that's Stan. That one right there, the one in the middle. The orange one with the tiger stripes. Love him. Next I have Hanayori Dango, the complete series, plus the movie. It's a show, man. It's a show. Like, holy crap. So much goes on in that show. Then we have Hatsukoi Limited and Haven't You Heard I'm Sakamoto. I really like that show a lot. That one's a really good one. And then Heaven's Lost Property Season 1, which I haven't seen yet. I've watched one episode, though, and I do like it. Then we have Season 2 of Heaven's Lost Property. I don't have the movie yet. And then the complete series of Hellsing Ultimate, which is awesome. I haven't finished it yet, but I definitely do want to watch it on this Halloween for sure. I have the Heroic Legend of Arslan, the OVA collection, and then Hero no Kakero, which is decent. It's not that great though. Himoto Umaru-chan is really funny, but not my favorite. I was kind of disappointed with that too towards the end, but it was a good, like, slice of life fun show. Just kind of turn your brain off for a little bit. Then we have Honey and Clover, the complete series. So happy to have that. That's out of print, so I'm really, really, really happy that's in my collection. I have House of Five Leaves, the complete series, also out of print. I haven't watched that yet, though. And then all of my Hunter x Hunter sets. Set 4 comes out in July, I think, or June. So that's coming up really soon, so I can't wait for that. In This Corner of the World, which I really need to see, I've heard that's really fantastic. Intrigue in the Bakamatsu is another anime I need to watch. I've seen the first episode and I thought it was really good, but I never watched any more of it, so I have to revisit that one. Inuboku Secret Service is one of my favorites. That's just a really sweet, adorable romance anime that I really, really like a lot. It's so good. And then the first season of Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, or Danmachi, which I like to call it because that's much easier to say. That's a really good show. I can't wait for season 2 to come out. And then Inuyasha The Final Act, that's all I have of Inuyasha right now. Oh, and the movies. I have the movies right there as well. So I'm going to rebuy the complete Feudal Fairy Tale era eventually, but I really love Inuyasha. It's one of my favorite shows. It's so good. Jewel Bim Hunter Lime is a really good OVA. Sadly, only 3 episodes, and it's not completed, so I mean, if you find it for like $3 like I did, it's worth a watch. Jinro, The Wolf Brigade, is a really good movie. I haven't finished watching it, though. It was pretty dark, and I wasn't in the mood for it when I tried to watch it, but I do appreciate what I've seen of it so far. There's the first complete season of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Really love this show. It's crazy and zany and insane. So if you're in for that, you definitely should watch it if you like shonen anime. And then we have Junji Romantica Seasons 1 and 2. That's kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. I really did like that show. It has some not so great themes, but it's still a fun show. I still like it. I have Kabaneri the Iron Fortress, which is a really good show as well. And then Kakurenbo, which is one of the best horror movie animes out there. It's so good. It's like a 25-minute movie about hide and seek and being spirited away by demons. It's really good. I really do recommend it. It's super short and sadly out of print. It's done by US Manga Corps, so search it out if you find it. Definitely get it if you find it for a good price. Kaleido Star is a really good show. I still need to finish season 2, but I did really like it so far. It's a really good circus anime, and it's one of the few circus anime there is, so I would highly recommend it. It's really good. I have Kami-sama Kiss, the first 2 seasons. Hopefully we get a season 3 eventually, but I don't know if we ever will. We really need it though. It's such a good show. Canon, the complete series, is really good. I have the first, the complete series of Kazuno Stigma as well, which I still need to watch. I haven't watched it yet. And then Kids on the Slope is an awesome anime. If you haven't seen Kids on the Slope yet, please do. It's so good. Kill Me Baby is a funny comedy series, just kind of a relaxing, silly little watch. And then Kino's Journey is really good as well. I need to finish that one. Kiss Him Not Me is just basically my life. It's so funny. I have a complete series of Kazuna. That's a 2-episode OVA. It's a yaoi show. It's kind of a guilty pleasure. It's not that great, but I still like it. And then Knights of Sidonia, the first season. I love this show. I need to watch the second season still, but that's a really good one. Then we have Kokoro Connect, the complete series, and the OVA collection. Really great body swapping show. If you like Your Name, I would highly recommend this show. It's a bit darker, but it's still a really great show. Then down here I have my box sets. I have Yakitate Japan, the first 2 parts. I haven't gotten the 3rd part yet, but that's a show I definitely want to watch. Then behind it I have A Lull in the Sea, which is one of my favorite shows. If you haven't seen that show yet, it's a really good slice of life romance show with some beautiful animation by PA Works. It's so gorgeous. I would highly recommend that show. Basilisk is another really great show. That one I just watched recently and I really liked it. It was a good samurai ninja type show with some really great characters. Lots of awesome powers in that show as well. And a really dark story. So I really did like that one. Beyond the Boundary is one of my... I used to love it, but as time's gone on, I just kind of lost interest in it, and that's why I haven't seen the movies yet. But I did like Beyond the Boundary to a point. It was really good, for the beginning of it at least. I have the complete series of Dakoita, which is a really zany, funny parody comedy show. I would highly recommend that one though. That one's signed by Brad Swale, who plays Dakoita. So I'm really happy about that. Love Brad Swale. He's a really sweet guy. He's really nice if you ever get to meet him at a convention. He's awesome. Then we have the Eccentric Family, the complete series, which I haven't seen yet. And there's the complete series of, or the second season of Knights of Sidonia. I bought the collector's edition, and I'm kind of regretting it now because I just want to get the standard edition for that. It takes up so much space. And there's the filler box with Yorichiro for my Seraph of the End box, which you'll see later. And then I have seasons 1 and 2 of Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions. I really like this show. I think it's really a good kind of romance comedy with some darker elements to it. I really like the dark themes that it talks about. I haven't seen season 2 yet. I'm kind of worried to watch it because I've heard it's not as good, but I do want to watch it eventually, and I'm glad I have these collector's sets because they're really out of print now. At least the first one is. I don't think the second one is quite yet. Midori Days is a really good romance comedy. I adore that show. I think it's really great, really sweet, and just really innocent and fun. I really like it. No, Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun is one of my favorite romance comedies. If you haven't seen it yet, you totally should. It's awesome. And then I have Spiral, the complete series. This one's also out of print, so I'm really happy I found that in the store for a good price. But I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. Maybe it's not that great, but I'm just happy I have it. So yeah, there's the first shelf of my anime collection. I'm going to be going over the second shelf as well, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'm really happy with what I have so far, for sure. It's just a lot of anime, man. Just a lot of anime.